Hi, my name is Mike Bailey. I'm a resident of St. Heliers, New Zealand, which is a small village outside of Auckland. I work in Auckland. I'm an IT professional. I work for the largest online newspaper, daily newspaper in New Zealand, www.nzherald.co.nz. I'm an American expat. I've been living here since June of 2011. And I'm really looking forward to taking this class. Very excited about it. I've always had a little kit around, software interfaces. I have a few guitars and such. I've always played around with it, but I've never been, I believe, I don't know if serious, but I'm taking a deeper interest in it this time. I'm very excited doing this. This is not my first online course to take. I'm actually finishing up a 9-week course in Python training offered by Rice University. But when I saw this come up, I just could not say no. So it's anyhow, the next few weeks it's going to be a little run, push, shove. But I had to take this. So I'm very excited. And kia ora from New Zealand. So for the first part of my assignment, I've chosen to interface a simple USB keyboard controller into the DAW. DAW that I'll be using for this will be GarageBand. And I chose this because it's relatively simple. USB interface, there's very few things that I believe will go wrong. And employing the philosophy that best to take small steps, to do simple tasks, learn to do them, and then to build on that. And so with that, you simply plug it in, give it a moment, red light showing that there's a USB connection. Now that I have it plugged in, using a keyboard shortcut of Command and a comma, we'll bring up the preferences in GarageBand, and we have the tab set for the audio MIDI interface. So you can see the output is set for system setting. The input device is set for system setting. It's about the most basic default settings that you can have with GarageBand. I've already opened up a new project and selecting the Steinway Grand Piano. Seems to work well enough, and that was just a simple plugging the USB interface in, and this would be a literally a plug and play connection. So this evening I'll be covering interfacing the audio interface into the computer, into the DAW. What I have tonight is a mobile pre-USB interface. It's made by M Audio. It has 2 channels on the front. It's got a line input, it has 1 input channel on the front, 1 input channel, 2 XLRs on the back. It also has a second line input and a 1L and 2R plus a microphone. Phantom power, line gain adjustments on the front. I bought this many years ago on eBay. I guess the old adage, you get what you pay for, is true. This was a used device. It works for the most part, but unfortunately this device, for the input on the front line, when you plug it in, something's not quite right in there. So I've never used the plug on the front, but the XLRs in the back work fine, and it is what it is. It's what I have. It's what I'll be using tonight. So the first thing I need to do is I will go ahead, and you have a USB B interface that you plug in, which interfaces with the computer. So I've already got it plugged into the computer. I see where I have a blue light on in front. I make sure that my gains are turned down. And then I have a basic, I believe this is the dynamic type of microphone. It's not an expensive one by any stretch of the means, by any stretch. I have the switch turned off. I have my XLR cable here. There we go. So take this in, plug it into the microphone. I hear a click, means that it's snapped in. Then I take this in, I'm going to plug it into channel 1, the channel 1 microphone interface on the back. And it does not snap or have a click, but it's in there, it's well seated. Once again, the line interfaces are down, and for the microphone, for this particular microphone, I don't believe that I need phantom power. Okay, we go into preferences, look at MIDI, and it looks like that the input device has been selected for mobile pre. Output is just the built-in output, which is all I really have at this time, but it's good enough for demonstration purposes. We have an electric piano, although we will not be using an electric piano, so we come up underneath track for new track, which is it's something, a command N. I think that may be a shift N. I'll have to check, test that out myself later. New track. And it gives us some selections. We want to use it for a microphone. Has input selected, input 1. Input 2, it already sees the mobile, the audio interface, so we select mobile or input 1 that we originally plugged the XLR interface into. Click on this. It comes up. Okay. And we have our gain all the way down. We're going to turn it up slightly. As it looks, it appears that we're getting some volume across there. Yeah, so I'm going to turn that down a bit. And I guess we'll go, best thing to do now is to do a test, test, test. Okay, that seems to be fine. We're not going into the yellow. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And so that's interfacing a microphone with GarageBand.